Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth, but most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. If you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our focus. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone, we're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time, but whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it takes. It's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentionally. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning, and good morning. Let me adjust the camera. Hope you're having an amazing, awesome, just incredible day today. Oh, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and let us be glad in it. All right. So one of the things that we get to do today is we get to breathe and we get to hydrate. And part of breathing and hydrate is just that. And so this isn't a hard exercise to do. This is just an exercise that we're going to do together. All right, so this is how we start our day. Take a big, deep breath in. Belly gets big. And we breathe out. And we wake up on purpose. Breathe in. We protect our focus. We will not be distracted by things like televisions and screens and all those things, right? It's the first thing you do when you get up. Sometimes I get up early and I still fiddle around a little bit, but I don't even know where my phone. I don't know where my phone's at. Guess that's a good thing, right? So I'm done here. I don't even know where my phone's at. Again, we're going to hydrate, so make sure you go get your glass of water. Give the body exactly what it's asking for in the morning. Your mind might be asking for coffee, but your body is asking for water. Breathe in. Wake up this morning a little bit agitated about what you thought about at night, what you put into your mind before you went to bed. Really trying to make a habit of doing my yoga at night to calm my mind. It makes such a difference in how I sleep. It's one of the last things I do. 15-minute yoga session by some cat lady on YouTube. Yoga by Cassandra at nighttime. Connecting to our identity by devotional. Hang with me today. I got something special, a routine that I had on my wall that I hadn't said in a while. I'm going to bring it back. What are you thankful for today? What are you thankful for? Three more breaths. Two more. One more big giant breath. Okay, grab your water. You haven't grabbed your water already? 12 ounces. Again, you don't have to drink yours as fast as long as you drink it, because I'm getting ready to do our devotional. And so while I'm doing devotional, you can actually do yours. So here we go. All right, so the thing, let me add this to my stage so you guys can see it. Oh man, it's my thing scrolled back on me even though I had it set. So here we go, right here. We are on day 55. Oh, cool, day 55. We are, I put it up on the screen. Love is our public witness. Love is our public witness. Our verse today comes from John 13:35. By this, everyone will know that you are disciples if you love one another. They'll know us by our love. That's what I remember in a song when I was a kid. They will know me by the love that I have on the street. And so, God, let us love be visible and real. One of the things that I ask you to do is that I continue to ask you to do is be present with somebody. And sometimes that presence, where you're present with somebody and you are out and about. So maybe you're at a coffee shop, or maybe you're having lunch with somebody. Like last week when I went to have lunch with my son, we went to In-N-Out Burger, and we were sitting out in the lobby. And one of the things that I thought about is as I was doing it, because there was a gentleman that was sitting in a booth that was right across or right behind my son where I could see him. And, I even said to my son, I'm going to put my phone away because I want to make sure that I'm totally in the moment and I'm paying attention to everything that you say. And I don't want to be distracted. And then I saw the lady across the table just smile. She just smiled because I told my son that I was going to be present in the conversation. As if that is so different, as if that is such a different thought process that people have, that you actually are going to sit there and for the next half hour of your time, you're not going to be distracted by things that are happening on your phone. And so, but then just our interaction, you could tell that I even think they might have even stayed a little bit longer just to hear our conversation. And so Bonhoeffer teaches that Christian community is a visible testimony to who you are, to who you're becoming. The conversations that you have, whether people can hear what they are or they're looking from a distance, they can tell. I take some time at track practice yesterday to walk with my athlete across the track, and we just walked the lap together. It was just him and I. We were just literally just walking and talking, and sometimes you think people aren't paying attention and people aren't watching, but they are. They're like, you say, well, what kind of relationship can I have where we can just walk and talk because in the bustle and the hustle and all the things that we do, sometimes we just don't sit and just talk, and people get to see that. So, for example, a workplace once shifted because two believers handled a disagreement with a visible grace. With visible grace. When you do get upset, or and I'm not saying we're all perfect, and we're definitely far from it, but how do you handle? Can people see you apologize? What do your kids see when it's inside and indoors? What does your family see when it's a family? There's sometimes there's gatherings that have family where they get. We all have families where there's a Thanksgiving dinner or a Christmas dinner, or a wedding or a funeral, or some of those things, and some of those. It's amazing how some of those arguments get heated, and they're usually all about the past or something that happened in the past. They're not about what's going on right now. And somebody wants to bring something up because they want to feel right, or they want to feel noticed, or they decided that they are going to take their offense to the public and make it in public. And then it's up to us to see, how do we handle that if they're coming out at us? Or for us, is this the best place and the right place to have this conversation in front of everybody? I remembered, I guess in that last part, well, I remembered being in a room where tension could have escalated. Instead, someone responded with gentleness and restraint. It disarmed the moment. Have you ever been in a moment where somebody just, hey guys, is this necessary right now, or whatever it is that we are, where they on the moment. Later, someone asked why the reaction was so different. The question opened the door to no argument that ever could. I learned then that love lived publicly, and preaches louder. That preaches louder than words ever will. Right? What we do out inside is so important. And, we've been talking a lot about what we do and how we love and how we share ourselves and how we are present in the moment and how we interact one-on-one with folks. But just think about where you're at when you're outside and you're in the public, and how you react. How you smile to somebody. I say every day that you are the answer to somebody's prayer. And then if you're doing that in public, it could just be a wink. It could be a smile. It could be, how are you doing today? We generally listen to the answer. What are words when we say, how you doing? Fine. Really? What does fine mean? Have you ever asked somebody that? What does fine mean? Are you doing okay? Yesterday, we got news that one of the folks that I coach with, he told us that he was diagnosed with a prostate cancer. He's going to get surgery. And it was just so neat to me that some of the other coaches that sometimes were all like, we kind of rallied around, and everybody said that they were going to pray for him. We just had one of these moments with 6 or 7 coaches where visibly you could see that when somebody was in crisis or somebody was hurt, that we wanted to come around. And we've been working together for 8 or 9 years now. But I think the kids, there's no way it was at the end of practice that the kids knew what we were talking about. But I bet you they knew that we loved each other. And so, the world needs your relationship before it hears the message. Ooh, what a great connection. The world needs your relationship before it hears the message. That's that back to the do what I say, not what I do. No, the world needs to see what you do. What does your love reveal about Christ? So the practice today would be responding in a way that reflects Christ, especially in a tense moment. Jesus, let my love make you visible. Let my love today, wherever I'm at, make you visible. May your love speak louder than your words is the one thing that I would love to share. All right, let's jump back into our breathing. We are going to do in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose. This is one of our most important parts. I love talking, right? And talking about how we should live our lives. But, even thinking even more so about my friend who is diagnosed. I'm not saying that breathing every morning stops something like that from happening. But I tell you what, it does make a difference in our general health. Sometimes we stop and don't do this part. Hope you're doing this with me. Please tell me you're doing this with me. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 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 In through the nose. Make sure your belly is sticking out when you do these. Do 4 more. One more, just because we want extra air. Breathe it all in. All right, let's move into our gratitude. One of the things I told you I was going to do something special today, so I am going to do our gratitude session on day 55, but I want to bring in a part that I've been doing, and what I'm going to do is see if I can throw this up on, here it is. So let me see if I can, I'm going to put the link to here. I'm going to share it. I don't know if I've ever shared it before. I'm going to find out if I did. Now I'm going to put it on anybody with the link, copy the link, and I'm going to throw it in our chat today. And then it was also going to be, if you go to becomingtheperson.live, if you go to becomingtheperson.live, I'm going to put it at the bottom of our gratitude for today. I'm going to actually put the whole thing up later. It'll be in the bottom of our gratitude journal for day 55. And you can see I'm going to put it right here. Boom. All right. So it's there too. So in 2 places. I'm going to do the gratitude, and then I'm going to read my about favor. So gratitude day 55. I went too far. Here we go. Thank you. And so during the gratitude session, if you don't usually do these with me, you are just thinking about what you're grateful for. As I think about it, I'm so thankful that I woke up this morning. I'm thankful that I don't have to worry about, at least today, that my health is in a good place. So thank you, God, that I woke up today. Thank you for my heart beating faithfully, my lungs breathing steadily, my brain processing clearly, my nervous system regulating my response, and my cells renewing daily. Thank you for strength, clarity, mobility, resilience, and ability to recover. Thank you for helping me grow in awareness of my health, for my guiding me towards better discipline in how I care for my body. I am thankful for my health, my strength that you've given me, how I can steward my body at a higher level starting today. I thank you for family and relationships. I'm deeply thankful for my family, my wife, my children, my parents, and my in-laws, my grandkids, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, and everybody that I will interact. All the friends that are in my phone. I want to especially thank you for all the folks that over the years that are in my phone that I might not have even talked to in such a while. And the love, trust, that shared growth experience together. Thank you for the opportunity to lead, support, and serve with my home. Thank you for helping me mature in my relationships, for guiding me to communicate with patience and clarity. I'm thankful for my family and my relationship in life, how I can show up more intentionally and consistently put love for them is my question today. I am thankful for my family and the relationship in my life, and I just want to remember and ask myself and ask you this question: how can I show up more intentionally and be consistent with them? Lord, I'm sure you will show me that. I thank you for provision. Thank you for provision in my life, the shelter, the nourishment, transportation, safety, structure, stability. Thank you for my meeting my needs faithfully and for the comfort that allows me to focus on purpose. Thank you for helping me recognize what feels normal today was once a prayer. I'm thankful for the provision that's surrounding me, and I want to ask you, God, how can I manage what I've been given with greater gratitude and responsibility? I thank you for finances. I am grateful for financial provision and opportunity, income, resources, partnerships, and the ability to learn, building, and giving. Thank you for wisdom and experience that continue to shape financial stewardship. Thank you for helping me grow in discipline and guiding my financial decisions toward legacy. I'm thankful for financial resources and opportunities in my life. And I want to ask you, Lord, how can I align my money more closely with the long-term vision and purpose that you have for me? I thank you for purpose and impact. I'm thankful that I get to live with purpose. Thank you that my life is aligned with something greater than comfort and recognition. Thank you for consistency in building influence and obedience and strength in my impact. Thank you for guiding me to help others become who you created them to be. I am so thankful that for the purpose you've placed in my life. And I want to ask you, Lord, how can I live it more boldly, more clearly, and more consistently? Again, how can I live it more boldly, more clearly, and more consistently? Thank you for this day, for the growth that follows my gratitude. Ooh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to drink more water. So I apologize that we did the breathing exercise. And I apologize to you that I didn't grab that water and I didn't drink it. All right, so now for I got this even sheet that I put together that I carry, so I do them at night, and I thought I would bring it to this morning time today, and so I'm going to put it up on the screen so that you can see it. Here it is. All right, we're going to jump through this real quick, and then we'll do our affirmation, so hopefully you can see the screen. There it is. So you said, shared it. I put it at the bottom of my gratitude. So if you go to the routine.live, you'll be able to see it. I put it in the comments right here. And so, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. So today, for the rest of my life, I walk in the favor of God for my health. I walk in the favor of God for my finances. I walk in the favor of God in my business. I walk in the favor of God in my marriage. I walk in the favor of God in my key relationships. I walk in the favor of God in my ministry. I walk in the favor of God with my children. I walk in the favor of God. And I hope you can do this with me if you grabbed it and you're looking at it, or you can see it and have to enlarge your screen. So I know it might be small on your screen, but I hope you're able to do this with me. So I walk in the favor with my grandchildren. I walk in the favor in my debt elimination. I walk in the favor of God with my credit and my creditors. I walk in the favor of God with my loans and my applications. I walk in the favor of God in my service to others. I walk in the favor of God with my lenders. I walk in the favor of God with my investments. I walk in the favor of God with my mentors and my coaches. I walk in the favor of God with my new projects. I walk in the favor of God with my team. I walk in the favor of God with those who work with me and for me this day, paid or volunteer. Today and every day I will walk in the favor of God. I talk in the favor of God and I operate in the favor of God. The favor of God is on my life, changes for me rules, regulations, and policy. It surrounds me and it covers those who are close to me. It is in every area of my life for the rest of my life. I do expect favor. I live favor. I anticipate favor. The time for favor is now, right now, today. Oh Lord, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. That's 1 Chronicles 4:9. I think we're going to add that every day. I walk in the favor because, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things that you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and it serves others, which puts us right in place for our affirmations today. So let me jump back into our affirmations and here we go. So we got our affirmation music. I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. Think of a time it's been uncomfortable and you're going to show up when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. Oh, I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. Did these happen for you each day? I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and growing. I am grounded, grateful, and I am growing. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I am connected to my God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and to others. I am connected to God, to myself, and others. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I practice today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. Please tell me you're doing this with me. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I wake up on purpose and live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose like we did this morning and I live with intention. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. Ooh, I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I speak life into myself and to others. I speak life into myself and to others. I speak life into myself and to others. And I can do that by just showing them love by the things that I do. I don't actually have to say words. I know I said the word speak in there, but it's so amazing. You can speak without words. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity, especially before I go to bed. Right? I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I have to write them down. I have to write them down. I have to write them down. Oh my gosh. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I have to interject on this one today just because yesterday I ended up on a call that I was just interacting with somebody at a help desk. And I had a 20-minute conversation with a lady that I could tell her husband had passed away. And I was just there at the right moment. And she just told me, literally within 3 or 4 minutes of our phone call, she was telling me all the things that she was hurting. And I just listened. And I said to myself, I probably have other stuff that I should be doing right now, but I could tell today that I was an answer to somebody else's prayer. And I just sat with her and we just had an amazing conversation. So I may never speak to her again in my life, but for 20 minutes yesterday, the connections I made were a meaningful connection. So I make those connections every single day, as I'm sure you do as well. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. She was in Alabama. Man, I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. God has already placed me. Yesterday, He placed me in Alabama and is providing me with everything that I need for what He had called me to do. Oh, it's so cool to see how this plays out, right? God had already placed me. Yesterday, He placed me in Alabama, and it's providing me with everything I needed. And all I needed yesterday was to listen. And that is what He had called me to do. All right, because there is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. Everything works out for me because I direct my thought. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift, and everything works out for me because that is the person I have become. So everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift. And everything works out for me because that is the person that I have become. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. And I get to count it all joy, knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy, knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy, knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill His purpose in me and through me. All right, let's jump into our word of the day, our last thing that we're doing today. And man, all these went back to, I apologize because I had these all set and somehow when I opened them up, they were not where they were supposed to be. All right, so I just keep these words so that you guys will have them if you go to the becoming or the routine.live, and so that you have all my words for the day. You have all my uh, uh, gratitude journals. You have all my devotionals. You can search them all. So I just keep them all in one file, but sometimes it goes up. So today's word is wisdom, meaning wisdom is applying the truth with understanding. Wisdom is applying truth with understanding. Example, wisdom balances knowledge with timing, humility and discernment. With timing, humility and discernment. I once shared the right information at the wrong time, and it backfired. Have you ever done that where you just shared the right information is what somebody knows, but it wasn't the timing for it? Have you ever been in a room? This happens so many times, and you're asking a question, and people are getting deep, and they're spilling their heart, and then somebody will ask, "Well, how do?" Especially when it deals with technology. Have you ever been there where somebody's having an issue with their technology? Somebody is deep into the conversation, and then somebody says, "I can't get my cursor to move," or "I can't get the light on," or "It's not working for me." There's so many times that I'm in these rooms and we're talking and somebody will just ask a question that has nothing to do. It might have been a question that they had from the conversation before, but because they're not present, they ask that question. It absolutely needs to be answered. Oh my gosh, but the wisdom is this the right time or place for that question? As an interrupter, that might be the question, but this isn't a time for an interrupter. And so wisdom just teaches us that if we pray for it in our prayer, that we want the wisdom of Solomon. I don't know why I brought that example up today, because maybe that's something that irritates you or gets you upset. And we talked about love in the community earlier, and it's so easy to write that person off who's genuinely trying to get the answer and didn't use wisdom. And then we actually have to use the wisdom of saying, I need to give you some grace. I know you weren't paying attention, but, and then sometimes you have to, pull them aside, and say, that was a super important moment that you missed. And so maybe you can be a little bit more present. That's a hard conversation to have sometimes, but make sure you have the wisdom to do it at the right moment. All right, so you're going to make a connection today. Who offers wise counsel in your life? So today, as you make your connection, I want you to find somebody that you believe is wise, somebody that you know that can help you in the situation, and then ask them. It could be an old mentor that you call back up. It could be an old coach that you call back up. It could be a pastor, a friend, somebody that has some wisdom that can speak into your life today. I want to give you that permission today to not go be the person who has to be present today. I mean, I want you to be present in that conversation, but instead of trying to be the someone who's helping somebody else today, I want you to be this person who goes and asks for somebody who has that wisdom. So listen closely today. Listen closely, even more than you are. Make sure you put that phone down, that your eyes are up, that you're staring right at them like this, right? That you're making sure that you are in the moment, that somebody can speak into your life today. Let somebody speak into your life today. Maybe I already have, and you were listening this morning while we were doing this. But if it's somebody else, let them speak some lesson in your eyes. Promise yourself today. You can make a promise, whatever promise is. I just want you to keep it. I want you to write it down. I want you to speak it out loud, and I want you to do it before you go to bed today. Make sure you are writing down your promise for today. My example today would be is just ask before assuming. I promise that I'm going to ask before I'm assuming. Because what does that do? That practices wisdom. Because wisdom again balances that knowledge with timing and that discernment. And so for do, instead of assuming, have the discernment to not assume today. We all know what that makes us if we do. So again, today, and the word for today was wisdom. Oh my gosh, we had a fun day today. At least I had a fun day today. So even if it's in my own head, I thank you for being here. I thank you for doing this journey with me. I hope you enjoy our song, that and it blesses you as we end today. But I want you to make sure that you know that you are God's greatest gift. He loves you if you allow him to. Let him wrap his arms around you today. Let him just sit with you, give you the grace and the mercy that he gives us as a free gift. Make sure that you realize that you are an answer to somebody's prayer. And what does that mean? It just means that you are aware and that you are present in your life. That when something comes up, that you are ready and you are attentive to be that answer to the prayer somebody else needs. And so you are born for greatness. I can't wait to see you, hopefully out in public sometime, and just see that grace jumping all over you. If I don't see you in public, maybe I'll see you online. Either way, I want to see you somewhere where I get to see you shine. So enjoy the song today, and we will look forward to talking with you tomorrow.
Yeah. Dr.B in the building. We becoming the person now. Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that we're living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am becoming freedom stays. From mile-high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light. 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next step. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the pastures to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise. And the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
Right. So have a wonderful, awesome, just amazing, incredible day today. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh man, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. We'll have something else new tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.